Hello, this is Warner from Gwangju National University. I would like to make a presentation about Moodle open source education for Uzbekistan. This idea can be applied not only to Uzbek but any other developing countries, including every country which is interested in education. The presentation here can be accessed using the link here. So you can, if you have a QR code reader software, you can use this QR code to connect to the presentation on my Google Drive. Education is very important, as President of the United States Kennedy said, and this graph here said that education is more important than just doing things hard. So what is the best way to educate the people? So here are peoples that can be a role model of a final product of the education. The commonality of these men are creativity. So bring up the people with the great creativity is very important, and that can be possible using the educational technology, which is supported by educational infrastructure. So blended learning, MOOC, and flipped learning can be supported using the modern educational technology. Here are 10 skills which is listed on the internet. One is on 2015 and 2022. The most common part which is valued high on both cases is the problem solving and critical thinking and creativity. To achieve, to enhance these core skills, it is important that the infrastructure can support that various learning activities. So Moodle is the right choice for that. There are so many countries which is using Moodle, not only in the developing countries, but also many developed countries in the world, they are using Moodle. So it supports various kind of learning activities. In my presentation, I would like to present how Moodle and other open source software can be used to enhance and improve your education. As you can see here, Moodle can provide as a good infrastructure for education because it supports flipped learning, blended learning, and problem-based learning. Because Moodle has many different kinds of learning activities which exist more than 30, which makes the students to actively engage in the learning process. This is one of the examples how I used Moodle. This is just one wiki learning activity out of many different Moodle activities. So I asked my students to use Moodle wiki activities to record and manage their own project. So in the Moodle, they access the wiki and they can provide many different kind of resources like video, images, and links. So It is a multimedia diary, technological diary for them. Mind map, even the online simulation environment can be linked or archived in the wiki activities. So students can manage their project well, and with the management they can be more creative and productive learning. So that's activities. Only one option Moodle can provide. Also, Moodle provide quiz activity, which support many different kind of quiz forms, like mathematical, GeoGebra embedding quiz, and drag and drop kind of quiz, and the numerical quiz, which can change the number with over quiz, so that students can see different keys with the samely published quiz contents. So this is a sample. Drag and drop quiz can be applied, and this is a formula-based numerical quiz, and this number is generated from the formula. So every time students access this quiz, each students get a different numbers. So each students can be monitored how they solve the quiz, how many times, and in what process. And the mobile version, device can be used to view the Moodle quiz. So I used them in my class, offline class, so that students can enjoy solving the quiz during their course. Most recently version 3.1 of Moodle support that competency. So as I explained, 10 skills can be, this is an example, can be connected to the each courses of Moodle. So you can define that which part and which result of the certain courses can be applied to complete the skills of the whole competency framework. And you also can customize Moodle, because Moodle is open source. You can easily locate the commercial company to customize Moodle. And the speed and the stability is not more a problem. And this number here, you can see the 27,000. That each unique users can connect to the Moodle server in a university, and the service was very stable with that big number access. And there are many other open source software can be used with Moodle, like this CMS here, this Space and Alfresco, and other services like open service, Flickr and Vimeo and YouTube can be easily integrated. And Mara for ePortfolio, SNS, and web conference tool. Big Blue Button is an open source big conference tool which easily can be integrated with the Moodle. If you know the Second Life, there is also open source version which is called Open Simulator, and I will show it using this video here. One good integration you can use for Moodle is OKMindMap, which I also participated in development. OKMindMap can include images, videos, and web links. And this multimedia contents can be converted to different kind of presentation. This is a concept of one source multi-view, and you can see that concept of this page view exactly match to the one node of a mind map. This is another representation of view. So the mind map can be converted to many different presentation form, and this it supports different devices like a mobile phone, pad, and desktop, and the collaboration is possible by connecting the one map together, and this can be easily integrated to Moodle. This is a Moodle page, and you can see that OK Mind Map is integrated inside of Moodle page. I use the OK Mind Map to organize the open source directory. So there is a desktop open source. There's an open office. Most of the people is very familiar with the open office. GIMP for Photoshop, Inkscape for Illustrator, and Audacity for sound editor. Blender is for 3D modeling editor, and many mathematical tools like sample. Octave can substitute MATLABs, and Sage can substitute mathematical, and DAL project for probability and statistical analysis like SPAS and SAS. Here is the system solutions like Moodle and Mahara and many others. I just listed here for educational domain of open source application solution. So this is how OpenOffice looks like. It's almost comparable with Microsoft Office. Even in Excel, you can use formula just like MS Office. And this is the view of Octave, which is very similar to MATLAB. And this is GeoGebra. GeoGebra can be learned on Chrome browser. So this is a way how GeoGebra work on the Chrome web page. You can see that this kind of interactive and animated mathematical analysis and simulation is possible. This is Logisim, which is a digital simulator, one of the open source. So even before the hardware work, you can simulate using Logisim in your on your computer. And today many people are interested in using virtual reality, and that can be implemented in open source too. Even can be integrated to Moodle. Of course, there are many language learning tools like Poodle, but here I would like to introduce OpenSim and how it can be integrated to Moodle. And Chromebook is another open service you can use for free on your Chrome browser or Chromebook. You can use many various kind of Chrome apps for your education, like language learning for dictation Chrome apps, and medical application for human anatomy analysis. Here's the screen for OpenSim, how OpenSim works. In this virtual world, which is made by user, can walk around the virtual reality. And this masterpiece is produced by late Chris Surridge, professor, who passed away, one of my friends who devoted himself to developing this OpenSim environment about 5 years ago. And in this world, you can make a connection or integrate or embed the Moodle screen. This is one of the Chrome app for human body anatomy. You can view the inside of a human body as the respirational organization, muscle organization, bone, skeleton organization. This is very useful Chrome apps for medical education. And this is information about how Korean has made the educational strategy for ICT development. And this is information can be obtained using the link shown on this page. And referencing this information, the other nations can take advantage of that, avoiding the fault and wrongdoings of the policies. So my conclusion is that really important is a paradigm of openness, sharing, and peering. So the beginning was open source software, but that open paradigm shifted to contents as open contents, which is known as OCW, open courseware. And it extended its domain to service, which we call open service. So open API to connect to the different services to each other. This is a spirit of open source software applied to the service, each different service. And I think MOOC also is an open service, which is applied to the massively to online users on the world. And finally, there's a open spirit applied to the hardware, which we call open hardware. And Arduino and Raspberry Pi open their architecture to the people, and they save a lot of time by alleviating the time to develop their own and hiding their hardware architecture to other people. And 3D printer is also part of open hardware. You know what? That open 3D printer, the license has expired recently, and so many people are interested, and they are even share the architecture of 3D printer, and the amazing development has been made in this area of 3D printer. So I think that the most important about open source software is that the spirit of openness and sharing and peering. And what I like to suggest is Cook instead of MOOC. MOOC is massively providing a class to many people. But Cook, as I named it, collaborative open online courseware, is that the collaboratively working of teachers or professors to develop one course, and they can share. If they use an infrastructure like Moodle and many different kind of activities, they can make a very good contents with collaboration with other colleagues and teachers. So the final product can be shared each other, so which will eventually upgrade or enhance their quality of education. So that final product course can be shared between different institutions or universities or high schools or middle schools, because Moodle networking can easily set up between different Moodle servers, and that is my hope, that people can share and upgrade their uh, educational capability. Thank you very much.